Everybody likes the idea of taking something that you're familiar with and turning it into something that you're not as familiar with, like a 18-wheeler semi into Optimus Prime. And so that was the beginning.
I joined Hasbro in 2000, and the company was in some degree of difficulty. So we were focusing back on our core brands, and Transformers was one of those brands that we began to really rethink about, and how do we reignite this brand for future generations.
I was aware of the TV show. I used to watch it with the kids, but I thought this is a movie waiting to come out and be dusted off and to be reinvented as a live-action experience.
I'm going to end your hunger once and for all.
We were initially really resistant to the idea of doing it because it's something that we had cared about as kids, and that's always kind of it's on the one hand really exciting to take that challenge, and on the other hand you go like, I don't want to screw this up.
The first thing that I sat down with the writers was an idea to make this a story about a boy in his car, because that's something everybody can relate to.
Bumblebee, head for the underground parking entrance.
Transformers were always about robots in disguise and more than meets the eye. And that more than meets the eye could mean more than just the robots. More than meets the eye could mean something about the human characters.
But there were very few humans that we could draw from. So it meant coming up with characters that didn't exist before.
In the original cartoon, there was a mechanic character who was kind of the basis for Sam.
We kind of looked to movies like E.T. for the way that Elliot became the audience in how we were experiencing the wonder and the magic of E.T. coming to Earth. My first draft actually was just focused on the kids.
That's awesome.
Steven Spielberg called me right when I was finishing The Island, and he said, I'd like to do Transformers, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'll think about it. Hung up. I'm not doing that movie. That's what I said to myself. I'm not doing a toy movie. I thought about it, and I went to Hasbro in Rhode Island, and they put me through Transformers school.
This is the classic G1 Optimus Prime, very much like it was made in the 80s. He had a very simple transformation. Very easy to get from vehicle to robot. We did the full pitch. Robots are not all equal. They're alive, they're sentient men, they have feelings, they have allegiances, you know, there's backstory, there's a conflict, you know, that they are fleshed out characters, and that we've had so many eras, and there's so much potential that they could pull from to make whatever kind of movie they wanted to make.
Something in Transformers just struck me when I was sitting there. I said to myself, if you can make this really real and edgy, and I saw a couple images that were towards the direction that they would like to take this, and I'm like, that's really interesting. So I think right then and there, I was kind of sold on trying to make this idea work.
Michael Bay was born to direct Transformers. He was the perfect fit for this concept.
I hired a team, probably about 25 artists, different people from different kind of expertise, and we were starting to design robots. There was apparently a script. I hear it was way too kiddie. No one wanted me to read it because they thought I would quit right then and there.
Michael has incredible instincts about what will please an audience. And so as we were developing the script, we would run ideas by him, and we'd say, what do you think about this?
I knew I wanted to make it very credible and serious, and I told these guys I wanted to broaden it out and make it so that it had a little more global impact.
Much like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Richard Dreyfuss' story is clearly the centerpiece, as Shia LaBeouf's story is the centerpiece of our movie. But then we have two other groups of humans that we follow quite closely.
I kept putting in things of different action stuff that I saw. And what we do is that we sit down, we bat it around, and they see what I'm really liking and not liking.
Once he got into the rhythm of it, he started imagining these incredible sequences. And a lot of what we ended up doing action-wise was very collaborative.
He is the sickest action director on the planet. That is something that he is. He's not Ilya Kazan, and Mike will tell you that.
That's funny.
Robots, there's a missile coming right down that street down there. Gonna hit that truck right there. The robots are holding it up.
Okay, roll cameras.
Roll armos! Speak!
Ready?
Ready? And 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Michael staged huge, logistically complicated scenes of massive destruction and explosions. And even when I was watching those dailies without the actual Transformers there, it was just eye candy.
In this movie, Michael is the star, and Michael is so much fun.
We line everything up with a football. Ready and hike! 3, 2, 1, bam! Does that work?
Thanks for being here.
You got the timing?
That's perfect.
Action!
I think mayhem's a good word for working with Michael. I mean, we have to be prepared to go in any direction.
Get the armor. Okay, go. Cut.
Might show up and he might say, today I want to flip a car. You have to be 3 steps ahead of Michael.
Smells good.
You hear on the walking when I'm walking in, bass coming in, he's coming in hot, he's coming in hot.
Here we go. Ready?
You know, it's all wired because I'm ready to go. When I come into the set, I want to start shooting.
Come on cameras, let's go.
He's got a tireless kind of energy, and I understood that that's how he gets into it, and then he's into it. It's like an actor getting into character.
Jim, lift him up again and do it again. Do it again. Keep rolling. Got it. Okay. Oh, God, please don't kill me, please. Keep moving up. Okay. Jim, lift him up again and do it again. Do it again. Keep rolling. Got it. Mike needs people who can accommodate his needs, and you need to be able to adapt. You can't be the guy who's got the script notes and the ledger, and no, I can't do that because in the next scene, you can't be that guy. Mike will eat you alive. This ain't gonna. It ain't gonna. Trust me, I saw it. I'd sit under it. Trust me, I said. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action! What he is he's very honest, he's very blunt, he's very direct, he's very opinionated. Give me a shot, Dave. And he has an amazing visual sense of film. Yeah!
He likes to use the megaphone once in a while.
Ready and rolling cameras. 3, 2, 1. Stay there, behind the pillar. No, you're going the wrong way. The other way, other way. God, he doesn't pay attention to what we're shooting.
The thing about it is it's never personal.
Oh.
What are we gonna do now? What are you gonna do, Soul Man? Yeah, buddy. Really?
Here, Randy.
What?
I've worked with a crew, many of the same people for 10, 15 years. And so they know my style, they know my pace.
Hey, Mike, we can get it. Michael!
You guys pulled that well. I was like over here distracted.
There's a lot of success attached to what Michael does, and there's a lot of careers that have prospered by being part of the films with him. So he attracts a lot of actors.
How do you know you're getting a good shot?
I've been doing this for a long time.
Well, my producer, Ian Bryce, said to me, well, you should get this kid Shia. And I said, I thought he was older. So he came in and he actually looked like a 16-year-old.
Now tell me what happened.
No, you said you'd pick me up, no questions asked.
I know, that was a deal.
Pop, remember how Great Grams pretty much flew over the cuckoo's nest?
Uh-huh.
Think it could have been passed on to me like a mutant Witwicky gene? First, I was like, wow, they're making a Transformers movie. It's insane, you know? They're gonna mess that up completely. They're gonna screw that up so bad. But when I first sat down with Mike, it was never the discussion of, let's talk about the robots. The first thing he wanted to talk about was, how do we make this real? How do we make these characters come across as honest?
Gentlemen, Bobby Bolivia, like the country, except without the Hershey squirts. How can I help you?
My son here is looking to buy his first car.
What I like about Shia is he's the everyday dude, but he's great at improv, and he's got a great comic wit.
Nice, right? It fits me.
Shia is one of the funniest people, just naturally. It's hard to get through scenes with him sometimes, though, because he's so good at improv, and he gets, like, funnier and funnier as he goes. I just didn't recognize you.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's understandable. You know, I just got back from fat camp. I lost like 80 pounds.
Oh,
So-
well, you know what? Good for you.
Yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah, I learned a lot, and you know,
Makes
I
you a
just
stronger person.
yeah, physically and mentally.
Yeah. Did you
And
make
so-
friends?
But yeah, I mean, some of them died because you know diabetes is really chronic there. But I mean, like, there's 3 or 4 that I kept in contact with, and they're really good people. You know, because fat people aren't bad people, and that's one of the main things they teach you there.
It's hard for me to try to not laugh because I get in trouble because we won't ever make it through a scene.
I just put the light in.
Most importantly, I think he can keep up with Bay. Bay is constantly evolving the characters, is constantly throwing something different at you.
My first scene actually was with the dogs. It was like, welcome to Michael Bay's set. Release the hounds.
You need to stay hidden until I tell you, okay?
Yes.
But the trainer's worried about your ass. But we are insured at DreamWorks, the Paramount.
You know, it's your first day. Hey, welcome. And the whole crew's like, hey, nice to meet you, and action, and you're running.
The dogs started getting smart after a while, and instead of stopping at camera, the dogs kept chasing Shia. Fortunately, Shia ran past me about 30 miles an hour, and I was able to grab the long chain that was attached to the dog.
Thank God Shia's a fast runner, all right? Because that thing wasn't stopping. It was going to clamp down on that poor kid's ankle, I'm telling you.
That would have been the end of me in this film. It would have been the first day.
Bay talked about how hot Michaela was going to be. We talked about finding literally the most gorgeous 18-year-old there is out there, which I think we did. I think we did.
Now and action.
Oh, God, if Trent could just see me right now.
Yeah. Wait, what? You just say if Trent could see
Trent,
right
yeah, if Trent could see me right now. This is crazy.
We interviewed a lot of different young women for this, and Megan, I don't know, I just liked her look. I liked that no one really knew about her. I think Shia helped her out. I think that energy between them, I think it kind of works.
Hope I didn't get you stranded or anything like that.
That's fine.
So, I was wondering if I could ride you home. I mean, listen, I was headed this way, figured, you know, I'd ask you if you wanted to ride or not. You know, I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, don't say it's fine. Just kind of a nod.
The only thing Mike asked me when I was reading with him and auditioning, he just asked me if I could run. He's like, can you run? I was like, well, yeah, I think so. And the other thing he asked me, he goes, do you have a nice stomach? And I said, well, in my opinion, yes, I do. So I figured I'm going to be running, hopefully not naked, but I'll be running in a belly shirt, maybe.
Megan did good with all the running and jumping and cars skidding and everything else going on. I think Megan really hung in there.
Drop.
Just from filming, I've put on like almost 10 pounds of muscle.
Hey, guys, give me a 30 pad right here. 30 pad coming in.
All right, we're off the roll camera. All right, here we go. And look back on the next time. Here we go. Back out there.
Cut! That's good. That's good. Let's go to lunch.
My wife on?
Yes, Captain.
We needed a leading man.
Yeah.
We needed a leading man. There were lots of great actors out there, but leading man is very different from just a good actor, and Josh encompasses that.
I'm thinking I might win an Academy Award for this role.
No, I don't want a premium package! Come on! Come on! Fall back!
Best screaming in a movie.
Lennox!
Oh, water, thank you.
Give me chocolate.
You got chocolate? Say, give me chocolate. You got chocolate?
You got chocolate?
I liked him as a person because he was like very American, kind of no BS, just kind of just a nice guy.
Colonel Moore offered me the opportunity to go up in a T-38 today.
A lot of these military guys were very much like Josh, so I thought it worked really well.
Yeah, I'm with the top dog. You'll be fine.
I had to go through about 4 or 5 hours of training, and you know, they basically tell you, okay, this is what's going to happen if you have to eject from the seats. I had to change shorts after I left training.
I get to fly in a T-38 today.
Not too snug, but not too loose. Hold them tight. And that snap rolls from bottom to top. Take a breath, hold it, please. And that's how it sits.
I am happy if I get a chance to show what we in the Air Force can do and what great airmen we have.
It was one of the most exciting things I've ever done. And he let me actually fly it a little bit. He's like, okay, turn it 10 degrees and we'll go down to 1,500 feet. I didn't throw up once.
Starnisha, Tanisha, and Keisha. Y'all laughing at my daughter's name?
Yeah.
Damn, get me home.
All right, cut. All right. All right, good.
Tyrese, he paid me to be in this picture, so I took his money.
Commonly, when you start movies, I make a mistake too. It just takes too long.
Michael Bay keeps everybody on edge so we can all stay sharp and on top of our game, because he's on top of his game. And, you know, if you don't step up, you get left by the wayside.
Ready? Action!
Hello, do you hear me? You hear me now? Hello, 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 hello. No, I got no bars. I got no bars.
I had a little situation right before I started filming. I just got sick, really sick. And I ended up missing like the first 3 days of filming. So to get back on the set after all of the warnings and precautions my doctor hit me with, and to be in Alamogordo was just crazy. 120-something degrees, white sand bouncing, the sun, bam, can't even look at the sand because it was so bright. Just hot, hot for no damn reason at all.
Cut. How was that? Is that good? Good.
I've always wanted to work with John Turturro, and I'm really glad I did, and I was intimidated the first day working with him, and I got on with him very well.
Rolling. Ready, and action.
Your son's the great-grandson of Captain Archibald Wickety, is he not?
It's Witwicky.
Witwicky?
Witwicky.
Man to the premises, sir.
Don't laugh.
I've definitely been enjoying myself, so I feel like I've been able to be a little creative and imaginative. Sometimes you don't get a chance in a really big film.
Hey! Get that thing to stop, huh?
Looking at us, looking at us.
Get that thing to stop!
I love working with Turturro. He's a funny guy, and he does phenomenal impressions of people in the business, and he knows everyone.
He does a Scorsese imitation that'll just bring the house down.
Every film he ever made is flashing through my mind. It's a challenge. The hustle of this. So my mind is Paul Newman. How am I going to direct him?
She did it! She did it! She's the one you want! She's the criminal! Okay, look, I'll wear a wire, I'll turn state's evidence, I'll do whatever you need me to do. Okay? No, look, I'm not going to jail for you, or for anybody.
Michael will come in and tell us what he likes and what he wants conveyed in that, and let's just try to have some fun with it.
Come on, focus, Glenn.
The thing's gonna whiz by, ready, and zing!
Whoa! What was that? Oh, I got a family history of heart trouble.
He gives us the freedom, and we have fun, and Steven Spielberg was on set and said that he had been watching dailies.
Hello. How are you? I watch dailies, and I get my script and said, that's not
Who wrote that? I did. Steven. You know, I didn't even charge you for it. I'm gonna charge you on the next one, though.
I'm Sam Witwicky.
Maggie, hey. Did you say Witwicky?
Yeah.
Both girls needed to be drop-dead gorgeous. And there's gorgeous with the right persona, too.
In this film, I wear like 6-inch stilettos, and I have been running away from aliens, keeping up with John Turturro, John Voight, Anthony, the whole gang, in heels, I might add. I challenge Michael Bay to direct for 1 hour in those things.
Point it away from her just a little. Rotate the gun.
Rotate the gun.
There you go.
Just like, not too far.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
I'm kind of a pacifist, you know, like I don't really like the whole action movie gun thing, kind of very anti-weapon. But God, it was fun.
I'm a signals analyst.
Then send a signal then.
Come on, you punk!
Love John Voight because he's a great actor and he's a great guy to hang around with, and he's just a passionate guy. I like working with passionate people.
Okay, so I'm going to do this here. I'm going to come in here, and then I'm going to come in here. Then I'll jump into here.
I'm a little old to be playing this kind of game with the kids, but I love the physicality. I do it roll and tuck with a gun in my hand. It's funny. Everybody says, "Did you see what John did?" And I say, "Hey, fellas, I'm not going yet. I'm still in the game here."
Take that moment and make it a moment.
NB1 chamber now!
John Voight's fast. He outran me, and he was in like penny loafer shoes. I don't know how he did that.
Making a documentary about John Voight. There he is in all his glory. That's the creature in his natural habitat. Man's a legend. Do a little wave, John. A little wave. A little wave for the camera. Would you be so kind? Both Johns. You talk to both of them, and geniuses, you know? The guys know how to do this.
I've had a good relationship with the U.S. military for many years, and I was dead set on getting the military to cooperate.
We went through basic training for 3 days at Fort Irwin and just outside of Barstow.
Good morning, gentlemen. We have a set call with the Army. Sweet. Is everybody happy?
We took the guys out to the 50 caliber machine gun range. And some of the guys, I don't think had ever even seen a weapon fire, and certainly had never fired one. We were fortunate enough to let them observe the firing, and we put them through a little safety course.
Your round will get into place, you'll let it forward, and one shot at a time.
Gotcha. Put the first link in like that. Right. Close feature. Yeah, pull it to the rear, then let go. Let go. And then do it again. All right, you ready to rock and roll right now.
Good shot. Nice. All right. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk.
Vietnam, Carlos Hathcock once made a kill from just under 2 miles away with one of these. He had a scope mounted on top of it. He's a Marine Corps sniper. Just under 2 miles, he made a shot.
2 miles away.
This thing has a maximum, the bullet will travel a maximum effective range of about 7,200 yards. They used to shoot down airplanes with these in World War II.
Check this out. This is my first one. 2, 3, 4, and then 5. All right. I got better.
Of course, they were fed in the field. They got to eat the MREs, and they got real food, too, but they got a little taste of what the military is all about.
Gourmet. MRE is a meal ready to eat. The entree is the main meal.
I can't tell which one's the main meal.
Probably the one in the cardboard
Okay.
box.
Okay.
We're cooking, and this is the MREs, which are surprisingly hot. What the colonel explained to me is that it's basically like Drano, but you don't eat the Drano. And then if you get the opportunity to ever do this, it smells like garlic farts. The chemical reaction smells like garlic farts, and at first, when I walked over there, I thought it was Tyrese. So I'm really glad it's not, because we're going to be working together for a long time.
All right. I'll trade you my jalapeno cheese for your crackers and jelly.
Now that's a good deal. I'll take that deal. Look at this. Chicken cavatelli. Just like Spago.
What we call PPE. PPE is personal protective equipment. This right here is called IBA, the individual body armor. This is the standard weapons that we use right here. It's called the standard M4.
What we're going to be going over is the formation you use before you enter a room.
can you play any Rolling Stones? Paint It Black?
We went to a mock Iraqi village. A unit was getting ready to deploy to Iraq, and we spent the afternoon with them and seeing what they do to prepare.
So they're teaching us how to stack and go into a room and clear the whole room. Try to get into some of this. You know, that's what says.
You're looking out this way, you're looking out this way. Until they start to move, since you're the last man in the stack, turn around. All right? Contact. You want to meet them, all right? That way everybody knows they're all touched up. All right? Hold on. Stand still. All right? When you're coming in, just like this, right? You're trying to jump. Did I do this? Yeah, you did it. You did a little hop. You did a little hop. All right, you come in, you clear. You did a little hop. Does that feel more smooth for you guys?
Yeah, it does.
All right. I mean, because that
felt sexy.
Bullets travel down the wall 6 to 8 inches. All right. If a bullet hits right here and it's traveling down the wall, due to the spiral of the round, it will travel down that wall 6 to 8 inches. So you want to keep your ass off the wall 6 to 8 inches. All right.
Motherfucker! I wish you would. Try me.
All right. You scan the windows here. You scan the door. Windows, door, windows, door. Stand, stand.
Freeze! Nobody move! Status! 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, all clear!
We worked our ass off, and sometimes between breaks we would go, well, where's Tyrese? It was in the van, air conditioning.
Hurry up! Everybody is leaving you! People are dying! You are killing them!
You really walked away with the respect for the amount of preparation that goes into, you know, being a soldier in the military.
Right over here. Great. Awesome.
Today is going to be all about an insertion into this village, okay? I get involved in the training phase of the actors and making sure those guys at least are comfortable looking.
Move!
Saw Gunner, you are no good to us back here. You must be up front.
We wound up recruiting a bunch of active duty SEALs, so they're current in their tactical capabilities.
I see how my weapon's up here in front of my face? That's what we call the bubble, okay? I have control of my weapon. I can see my magazine well, okay? Yep. My weapon up here like this. I can still track my targets, whatever.
Right. It also acts as a bit of a shield, too, no?
Shut up, dude.
Michael really wants to bring as much military realism into the movie as possible. A big part of that is to use military people to play military people.
Whatever. Yeah, okay, so the same sort of thing we'll do is I'll wait a couple minutes. I'll ask for status of Spooky 1. Come back across and say Spooky 1, confirm hostile, target destroyed. Yeah.
The entire crew got speaking roles. Michael liked them and he changed the scene on the spot. We approved it, and they got speaking roles out of it.
Okay, let's send the A-10s, danger close situation, make sure there's friendlies in the area within 1 kilometer.
Checking switch 1-1 to Hog 1-1 to strike.
The extras that we used from Holloman Air Base were off duty, and they were paid extras salaries.
The United States Air Force and Marines and Army, everybody.
I love you all dearly. I'm so proud of what you're doing for us. It's unbelievable, okay? Both here and over there. So just keep it up because you're well loved and you got to know that.
Typically, an extra would not have any experience with a weapon. These guys are very experienced with weapons.
I think I'm going to open you up more. Just go to your right. Go to your right over there. Probably had like 200 military and about 50 stunt people running and scattering, firing, and being chased by tumbling vehicles that were on cables. Ultimately, 0 is our key sweet spot. 0. If I give you a 5, 4, my guys will start firing and moving.
Right, gotcha.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Even though it wasn't a real explosion, it certainly created the effect. And trust me, as a professional who knows all about blowing things up for real, we appreciate anything like this.
I like shooting stuff real on set. It seems to be a dying art. We put actors in situations where we know it's so safe, but it looks very dangerous.
We good? Careful about putting your hands down when you go to that stop. Okay. Moving forward, right?
Weapon is hot. Full load. Don't worry about it. Here we go now.
Take two, a hole. Fire in the hole.
Guys, look it up. Clear it out. Ready, and let's roll camera. Ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Action. Yeah, I want to get your face a little bit more like coming in, all right?
Well, I keep like sliding off to the side right as we're getting up from where we're getting back onto it. It was good. I think it can be better.
We try to put the audience inside the action. And the closer we get to it, and the more movies we've done together, the more that we capture that for the audience.
I told Shia, you know, you better get in shape for this.
I was at 130 when I got the role, and it wasn't like I pulled a Christian Bale and completely transformed, but I put on 25 pounds of muscle and then slimmed down throughout the filming. So it's not reassuring that they put bulletproof safety on the camera. And you're gonna be right in front of you. And right there also, you see? They make sure they protect the cameras, but actors, expendable.
We had this scene where he's facing off against Megatron.
Is it fear or courage that compels you, Fleshling?
The producer, Ian Bryce, he knows how I like physical stuff, and he says, so we're gonna do that blue screen, right? I said, no, we're doing that real. He's, really? Really? I said, yeah, we're gonna put him out there.
They can build Optimus Prime. They can blow up the Pentagon. They can't find a way to keep Shia off the ledge. Right, Michael Bay?
All right, ready?
Yeah, well, just relocate.
I gotta tell you, it's scary going out there, because you literally have no safety net, and you just have these silly wires hanging on your hip. And mind you, I would never do this myself, ever, okay?
Oh,
You're locked in. You can't fall. See that? You're bolted to a steel I-beam with another pole.
what I could is I could fall and scrape off the side, and then they'd have to pull me up. That could happen. I'm not gonna die, obviously, but I could scrape.
You know, this is Fear Factor. That's all it is. It's Fear Factor.
That's Fear Factor.
It's like this is like
People
another
don't die on
episode.
Fear Factor.
It's another episode of Fear Factor. They do more hairier stuff on Fear Factor than this.
You're right. All right, let's do it.
Oh, mother! Got it? Kenny, bring him around this way, too. Come way out, towards the other way. Towards us. Get the crane. Ready, roll camera. Ready, and action shot. Wide movements. You're never gonna get it! You're never gonna get this all sport, you know that!
I'm never gonna give you the old spark. I feel like a fruitcake saying that, Mike. It's a line.
Now you can see the robot in the side. Get the robot in the background.
Oh, whoa. No. Okay. Mike!
Yeah?
Are these just close-ups?
No, they're wide. We see your face. We see your face, and we're showing that it's you, and we're showing that it's not a platform. Because if it's just close-ups, we can do that anywhere. That's lame.
Whoa. No. Okay. Oh! I'm done, Mike. My voice is gone.
Shia's good. He's a good kid.
Got a lot of heart.
You gonna back up? 90% of the actors in this business could not do what we did on this film. They just wouldn't do it. You know? There's action stars who don't get up on the roof and do what we do.
Oh! Oh, no, 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 no. Fight giant robots.
Way too high.
Okay, a little high.
Breath of this toxic smoke, I'll be right there. The location department on this movie has really excelled.
I'm gonna say and fire, okay, guys? You can hear me, right?
It required pretty extraordinary sized things, whether it's White Sands.
Fire!
Or the Hoover Dam.
We're gonna shoot something quick, and we're gonna go to lunch, and then we are going to go downstairs.
Or downtown LA. When we finally saw what a 32-foot robot looked against a 2-story house, suddenly you realize you've got to find places that are enormous to make these things feel part of the environment.
You can't leave the trucks on the road. That's what I'm led to believe. What? On the side of the road.
Because?
Behind the dunes, so we can't see them. There's going to be a mini base camp down there, right?
Yeah, we're working on that right now, just to find out how we can make it firm enough to work in progress. Every day is a roller coaster for me. I don't know if it's the same for every department, but you know, I find myself on the verge of tears one minute and then hysterical laughter the next.
Ilt, a new guy I worked with, I thought I was going to give the guy a heart attack.
I have a question.
Yeah. He's just, I can't get the observatory. It hasn't been shot in 5 years. And I said, it's a big movie. You can do it. Go to the mayor's office. You can do it. This is the path. See right in there? This is where he's running, and the Black Hawk's going to come right up on that edge there.
Can we even see that helicopter running there?
Yeah.
Player?
Yeah, it should be okay.
I can't get the bridge with 4 helicopters underneath. I said, you could do it. Go to the mayor's office. It's a big movie. We're keeping this film down in California.
We structured the budget in order to keep it in the United States, which is not to say that the movie couldn't be made elsewhere. It's just, I think, easier and more comfortable for Michael to have, you know, a crew around that he's used to.
Hey, Dave. Yeah. I think let them fire this way so you can whip. You guys handheld. You can at least kind of like in here, keep it like, you know what I'm saying? I actually cut my fee so that I can shoot here with my crew that knows how to shoot fast and is good on the fly.
Right, so it's good to go. So as soon as the plane hits the ground and stops, we should pull the vehicles forward. Michael likes to go hard and fast. He has the shock and awe approach to scouting, which is supposed to be... Oh no, that's not Michael, that's a stealth bomber.
Morning, Michael.
Jack.
Holloman Air Force Base is an extremely secure base with a great deal of secret goings-on.
Yeah. I mean, this morning, you know, we had a guy with an M16 protecting the AWACS because even though they know that they're here for us, they're still very protective of their aircraft.
Almost 3 to 1, okay?
If the American military is called on, they will fight enemies abroad or even alien robots, if need be.
You don't want scrub brush by it, you know, tumbleweed, whatever, okay? I can show you how to get some better shots. What's that little...
Driving into the center of White Sands, which is 300 miles. It's not literally sand, it's a crystal. To see that for miles and miles, there's no other place like that on Earth.
White Sands Missile Range was created for the atomic missile tests in the 40s. And we had to make sure that there was no chance of somebody literally stepping on a landmine. So we had to engage the services of an unexploded ordnance company to mine sweep to a depth of 4 feet so that we could build our Bedouin village and then, ironically, blow it up.
When we
got here and laid out the buildings, we realized that the dunes were moving. So the valley was actually significantly smaller, up to 30 feet, because of the wind.
Very hot. We had days 115, 118 degrees.
That's the max so far. It could get hotter.
That's compounded by the fact that the sand there is really just white quartz that's washed off of the surrounding mountains, and it just reflected like glass.
God. Hot. I'm from Puerto Rico, so when I was told careful, New Mexico is pretty hot.
Oh, yeah.
I go, I'm from Puerto Rico, how hot can it get?
It's hot. Almost had a heat stroke yesterday. That's kind of wild.
It was hard because they had a lot of gear. And running and yelling and shooting. Because on my sets, it's like, especially if you're doing military stuff, it's tough. I'm not like a very cushy director in terms of if we're here, because I shoot really fast.
Men did huge work here, bigger than anything I ever seen Hollywood ever do or ever will. Look at these cranes up here. We're heading from the top of Hoover Dam down into the turbine area, where it's very, very cool.
When you see it, you have no idea how big it is. Hoover Dam is just massive.
We had to do some sort of remedial work because a film that shot there last year didn't endear themselves to the Hoover Dam by buzzing the dam.
It's a grave situation, gentlemen. Thank you for being with us.
Good. Good again? Good.
How's it gonna leave it?
Ready? Something like that, huh, Mitch?
They really weren't into it at all, especially, you know, given Michael's penchant for blowing things up.
So we, worked out with the Hoover Dam. We'd get certain hours early in the morning where we could be up on the top of the dam.
Got it if you can, brother. Okay. Trying to get back over there. They say it's over there. It's like gold.
Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going down. Time to take those ramps down with us. Push down, push
Come on,
down.
Scotty, you and me right here.
And then as soon as the crowds came around 10 o'clock, we had to then go inside or down below. So we just scheduled our way around it, and it actually worked out fine.
Both of you guys go on this side.
20.
Where's John's tail?
You're not puking, are you? The scale of the Hoover Dam was a tall order. There's not many places you could do that because everything there is so gigantic.
I think we became very familiar with the architecture, which allowed us to build a set that tied into it.
What is this?
When I looked at this Megatron hangar, this illustration, I'm like, that's the vibe of the movie right there. And it's amazing how one or two illustrations can just set the vibe. We use the playa hangars where Howard Hughes built the Spruce Goose. And it's this great wood structure. It's kind of narrow, but it's very tall ceilings. You're able to build a lot of different sets so you can go back and forth, in this kind of huge space, but it's kind of separated, and it's a great place to film.
Basically, we were sort of using the structure as it was and then embellishing and sort of making it look like a vintage facility again in a subterranean setting under Hoover Dam where Megatron was frozen in ice. Even though Megatron had been encapsulated in this space for many, many years, he's still being maintained. So it was a little bit of like new technology mixed with old technology. Very much like Hoover Dam is. When you go in, there are things that have never changed in there.
The first time I walked onto the Megatron set, I said, wow.
Megatron.
I had my son with me that day. When he saw Megatron up there, his jaw just dropped.
I was so impressed with it that on my weekends, I would sneak onto the set with my friends just to see it.
He was 30, 35 feet, and he was only half built.
Like, I'd bring 3 or 4 friends, you'd be like, you're never gonna believe what they just built. I never do that. I never do that.
This baby's the first we found.
You want to just delay that, or so you can watch?
No, you're all right.
Okay. So I just do it, but just louder and more off the cuff. This baby's the first we found. Boom. We'll get out of here.
Okay, ready? Step up. Kenny, you right? Here we go, guys. Ready? And 5, 4, 3, 2.
The day that I saw that set, I suddenly went, oh Lord, this film is going to be everywhere. That was the first day that it dawned on me that I was shooting a really big American film.
I had to shoot in Los Angeles. Now, Los Angeles, they'd give us 4 blocks one Saturday, they'd give us 3 blocks this Sunday, they'd give us those other 4 next a weekend from there, and then we shot at Universal Backlot, and then I shot in Detroit, and I had to all make it feel like it's one place. So you had to keep the scene in your head. I mean, you just had to wrap your head around it.
Downtown LA is a venue for this kind of action stuff.
We'll go on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow up. Go hot, please. Go hot. Here we go. Guys, he's right up by this building right here. Ready, and he's right on top of you. Moving around. Ready, 3, 2, 1. Action. Listen.
Piece of crap.
Ready, and roll cameras. Rolling. Hey, legs, fire in the hole. Let's go, guys. Don't move too soon. Ready, and 3, 2, 1, and action. Not yet. Up, up, up.
Hey, can you take that light right down there and light that Fortis thing up there?
The toughest bit was flying the helicopters under the bridges. For lots of reasons, not least of which is the Homeland Security thing. If you fly helicopters under 500 feet, then the FAA makes you jump through a lot of hoops because of the potential for crashing into neighbors.
What are you doing?
We're getting pissed on for the next 3 days.
You know, the helicopters flying low, kick up all the water from the LA River. Nobody knows exactly where that water is coming from.
See all this water right here on the floor? It's all man piss, okay? And what happens is a science thing. When you put helicopters over a puddle of man piss gets all over your man body.
Please stop!
So we all had goggles and face masks on, so you don't breathe it or taste it.
Just piss all on my face, all my features, piss on my arms, piss all over my own piss. It's just nasty.
Right, Deaver? Oh, yeah. It's been a location-heavy movie. It's been a great challenge, and it's funny how, the rose-tinted glasses effect applies. I remember I've been on other shows where I finished, I thought, God, thank God that's over. But as time goes by, you sort of somehow mentally edit out the bad bits, and you remember the times when there were bombers flying over your head, or just being out in the sand dunes late in the afternoon in the beautiful sort of evening light.